Hello, my loves. I am here with your pick a card reading for this week. If you don't know how that works, we've got 3 sets of cards here. We've got set number 1, represented by the Crackle candy, set number 2 represented by Mr. Good Bar, and set number 3 represented by the Hershey Bar. You're going to take a second and see which set that you are most drawn to. You may find that you are drawn to more than one set or all 3, and that's totally fine. There's no wrong answers here. But take a moment if you need to, even just pause the video and see which one you are most drawn to, and then we will get started on your readings. Just a small note, I am balancing mom life and virtual school life with my kids, and my usual table space has been taken up as it's been turned into a school, basically. So we are working in some pretty cramped quarters here as far as this tiny little desk that I'm using. So I'm going to make it work, but we might just have to overlap some of the cards, which is different than I usually do. Anyway, let's get started with set number 1. I'm going to move these guys out of the way. So we've got set number 1. All right, we have Cat, and I will read that to you in a second. Nice, the Sun card, beautiful. We have the 5 of Wands, it's fine, beautiful, and the Empress. Okay, let me read that Cat card to you. It says, it is time to strike out on your own and relinquish your overdependency on others. Now, what I'm getting here almost immediately going through my mind are the words, think big. Think big, think outside of the box, and really give in to your own sense of creativity, your own sense of independence, and the power of your thoughts, the power of your ideas. I mean, this is a lot of you following your heart, your mind, your talent, and really kind of making something of it and making it a bigger deal than you think. You've got a lot supporting you right now with this Sun and this Empress. Is really beautiful energy, very fertile energy, and saying that right through my mind for a few of you. I don't really like ever saying these things, but for a few of you, you may want to be looking at physical fertility. There may be something there. And I don't usually like to get into pregnancy things because it's an itchy area as far as doing readings. But I'm just being made to say that. So some of you look at your physical fertility. For most of you, this is about fertility of the mind and being really expansive with what you are going to do and how you are believing in yourself. This isn't the time to box yourself in. Now, we've got the 5 of Wands here, and the 5 of Wands can be a little bit of an icky card because it can signal conflict. With this deck especially, she does note, and this is the energy that I get from this as well, is that all these little guys here, they have different color wands, right? They have different viewpoints, and the conflict rises up out of their different viewpoints, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. So as you're going through, you're being independent right now. I sense a lot of independence going on, but there are going to be people that you're involved with, and it is a good thing to listen to what they have to say and to take their experiences and their feedback into account. So you may find yourself going to friends or to coworkers, even your bosses, and asking for feedback, and some of it might be a little bit different than what you expected, and that's not something that's reflecting on you like in a personal way, but it's definitely something that you want to listen to and take into account. You want to see all sides of something and see all different possibilities as you're working through your journey here. I don't get like a very negative, super conflicted energy here. It's just that it's just working through dealing with other people's opinions and perspectives and seeing how they flow with your own and how you can work with that in a very even-mannered even-mannered way. This is not really about fighting. It's about, the kind of healthy debate that brings new ideas to you. But really, it's over and over in my mind, just the words think big, think big, think big, think big. This is not the time for you to think small. And it really getting tapped into everything about you, everything that you've got inside of you. I sense a lot of creativity. Remember, creativity, sometimes people think it just means you're artistic, but creativity is the way that you see the world that's a little bit different than the person next to you. It doesn't have to be an artistic thing. It's just a different way of being able to do things, a different way of being able to express yourself and connect with other people. And so it's being in touch with that and being in touch with your own power and your own abilities to make things happen for yourself. And when we're thinking big, we're also seeing the big picture. So you might be starting out with some idea right now, and you're working on the minor details, which is very good. And that's where some of this energy comes into, like that feedback you're going to get. That's going to be part of like those details in the beginning of what you're starting. But also keep in mind the big picture. And when you're thinking of the big picture, you're not just seeing how things are going to work out in the future if you start to take, certain steps, but these other ideas and these other perspectives are part of your big picture, so that what you're doing now, how is it going to affect people and how they view you, or how they view your project, how they view your ideas. You want to keep that in mind. Really beautiful energy, a lot that's supporting you right now. So this is a moment we're going to get cliche. We're going to get into some of that like love and light bullcrap, but this is totally the moment to believe in yourself. This is the moment to say, yes, I can do it. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough, all that good stuff. Really beautiful energy for this week. I love it for you. So keep on believing in you. All right, set number 2 with Mr. Goodbar. We have got Pueo, the Hawaiian owl, and I'll read that to you in a second. King of Pentacles. Nice. Knight of Cups. Okay. And the 4 of Pentacles. All right, let me read off this little guy for you here. He says, your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now, so pay close attention to signs and omens for them. Sometimes little cards like this come up for me. I'm not a medium or anything like that, so I want to say that right off the bat. But some of you, I think, are thinking of people who have passed on. And this is just letting you know they're with you. They're hanging out with you. They are there. So if, for a few of you, that's the message, that you are being guided. You are being watched over. You are definitely not alone. But owls are also symbols of, we all know, of wisdom, of seeing things, of having vision, of being able to see through the darkness and cut through the bullshit. And I have a little warning for you that's coming through for me here is, I want you to be careful. This time of year, people tend to, and just this whole freaking year, you have people that come in and try to take advantage of a situation, try to sell you something, try to like sell you dreams, and they want you to like, obviously it comes with them saying, hey, just for a few payments of blah, 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 I can make this wonderful thing happen to you. And I want you to be able to see through some of that bullshit and be careful of people offering you things that sound like they're too good to be true. As they always say, if it sounds like too good to be true, it often is. That said, be very wise in this next week, in the coming weeks, with your money. Be very wise with your health. We're at that time of year. It's almost December. It's a holiday season. A lot of us are shopping and buying things and I guess not really getting together with people, but, indulging. And that can hit us hard in our wallet, and that can hit us hard in our health. And it's really easy to look at things with like these big wide eyes and be like, I want all the sparkly stuff, and I want to be able to give gifts to everybody, and I want to be able to have like all of these wonderful things and eat all the cookies and drink all the drinks and whatnot. But take a breath and be very practical with all of those matters this year. Guarding your wallet, guarding your health, and guarding your relationships. And, it's great to have vision. It's great to have dreams. It's great to like really think up of things, like fantasize about things. There's nothing wrong with that. You just want to make sure that you are staying grounded, when you're fantasizing about things, or when you're imagining things, and when you're like hoping for things, just keep your 2 feet planted on the ground. And I know that all kind of sounds like, not like the best message. I see a lot of stability for you. So that's there. The stability is there, or the stability is upcoming. It's just asking you to please just be smart with your choices. Please be aware of anybody trying to sell you any kind of bull crap. Make sure you're able to see through some of that darkness and take care of your relationships, take care of your people, check in with your people in your life as well, your friends, your family members, even your coworkers. Make sure that you guys are checking in with each other. And, even if somebody seems like they're okay, they may not be. And so this is a good time to kind of like foster and strengthen some of those relationships as well. And then just spend your money, buy your presents, buy yourself presents, treat yourself, have the cookies, have all the treats. Just be mindful of your body, be mindful of your money as well, and just don't overdo it right now. But there is some very boring stability here, which is a good thing, especially in 2020. And know that, whatever you believe, you are being looked after. There is, for everyone, honestly, what I believe is that we are always looked after by those who have gone before us. But I feel like to some of you right now, that's really very raw for you. And, this is a message that they are there for you. But this is also a message, as I said, be wise. Make sure that you're seeing everything that is going on around you, especially with your practical matters. Okay? All in all, I know that sounds just a little heavier than we want at this time of year, but it's a positive message because the stability is there for you. It's just about maintaining awareness. All right, set number 3. Woo! Our little Hershey bar. All right, let's see who we have got. We have got the Penguin. I will read that for you in a second. The Devil. Dun, dun, dun. Why I did that. Death. Okay, double dun, dun, dun. All right. And the Page of Pentacles. Nice. Now, take a deep breath, because I know some of you are looking at this Devil card, you're looking at this Death card, and you're like, holy shit, Satan's coming for me. Oh my God, we're all going to die. No. Okay, just breathe it in. First, we're going to read our little Penguin card here. And it says, the period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. Beautiful. And penguins are very protective energy. Penguins are also very resilient energy. And, they're a bird they don't fly, but they can freaking move, especially when they get in the water. They're able to go with the flow. They're able to like dodge things and zip through the water really, really beautifully and really gracefully. So there's a lot of that energy of being able to be grounded, yet going with the flow and moving through things in sort of like this beautiful way. Really good laser sharp vision as well, and good instincts, as well as a lot of protective energy. Plus this message here about, this period of darkness is passing. And that's something that we can all use, because it's been a heavy year. And there's definitely heaviness here because you've got the Devil card and you've got the Death card. And there is definitely a sense that you need to be able to let go of some, pretty heavy, pretty dark energy. The Devil card is about, the things that hold us back and the things that hold us down. And oftentimes it's stuff within ourselves, our negative self-talk, the way that we doubt ourselves. And it can definitely be addictions, and not just like drugs and alcohol. It could be addiction to food. It can be addiction to people. It can be addictive to anything that's like sort of self-destructive or pulls you down or, harshes your vibe. If that's something that you want to look at, and with the Devil, there's a sense of being like chained down. I always point this out, these two people are chained to the Devil. They're chained to like, this kind of negative energy, but they're not really. This could go right over their heads, right? But they're feeling like they're stuck there, but they're not really as stuck as it seems, and that takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of emotional work to get through this energy. It takes a lot of mental work to get through this energy, and there can also be a lot of fear that is associated with this. And with the Death card, there's a new beginning and a sense of needing to let go in order for a new beginning to happen. And you've got this Page of Pentacles here. And for a lot of you, this is going to be new beginnings in regards to your money, new beginnings for career, changes in your career, even if you're not like leaving your job, but maybe a change in your position or a change in your responsibilities with your job. But you're really about to, and you're being asked to take like a really big look at what's going on with your job, with your career, with everything that brings you money and how you're spending your money. Take a really big look at it and be willing to see it in a much bigger way. Be willing to see the big picture and exploring new avenues for making money, or exploring different avenues for making money. But you're really looking at the future with more of an optimistic mindset and more of a sense of like wonder, and just being willing to see things in a new way, being willing to make changes for the better, and so that's where we have like this Death and this Devil, as well as this one leaving this period of darkness. It's freeing yourself of things that are attaching you, freeing yourself that are holding you back from something new, holding you back from taking like a new path and exploring new avenues for yourself. So really think about what's holding you back. If it's people that you need to set boundaries around, if it's people, if it's toxic thoughts or toxic behaviors, what steps can you take now to put an end to that, or to like at least lessen this power. It's not always easy, but that first step is the biggest step and a very important step. So you have a lot, and it's a lot of transformation energy that is going on here, and a lot of like rising up and moving on, this sense of like a new beginning on its way. And this is great energy to see at the end of the year, because you're reevaluating yourself, you're reassessing yourself, you're reassessing where you are in the world right now, where you are in your own world, in the big world, where you stand in the big picture. And it's a really good thing to take a look at all of that, to see what's working out for you right now, what's not working out for you. What do you need to do in order for this rebirth and this transformation to happen? And it's not going to be a big snap and just suddenly be over. This is work. Both of these things, this is work. And, it's not always easy. It's not always, comfortable, but in the end, it's a beautiful thing, and it's a release that you definitely need to allow to happen. So take some deep breaths and really think about, where you want to be going. Look at things with a more expanded mind. Look at things with an optimistic viewpoint, and a wonder, like the sense of wonder is, what goes in my mind, especially with the Page of Pentacles. Just with a more a lighter edge. Just look at things and how you want to change and how you want to be reborn, so to speak. And, whatever it is that you need to do to start taking taking steps towards that goal. Let's get it started, and let's get some of the dark and ickiness away, set some boundaries, and you may have to set some boundaries with yourself, and that's totally fine. And be ready to get moving and to, find yourself on a different path. All right, so lovely reading. All in all, gorgeous readings for everybody, even the sticky parts. It's just stuff that we all need to go through. I hope that you are all safe. I hope that you are all very healthy. Please stay safe and healthy, and take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and sending you lots of blessings, lots of love, and all the good vibes. All right. Thank you so much for letting me read for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Love y'all. Bye-bye.